Yes, we are back. Well, I am. Well, I'm back here. I don't know if you're back. You might have not been anywhere since the last one. You may be watching these consecutively. There's a word. But back again in Train Sim World number 4. It's this one. Not the number 3. No, number 4. Where we're going to be on London Commuter going from the Victorias, which is what it says over there. The London Victorias. Don't get confused with the other ones. There's one Victoria Falls. There's one in... No, I don't want to give up service. Thank you very much. There's somewhere else. Anyway, we're going to take this train from the Victorias down to Brighton. And then we're going to try and get back to Victoria.
If you see anything suspicious, please tell a member of staff or the police.
Yeah, I'll do that. And then we're going to try and get back to Victoria by either stealing trains, because we did that last time, or by spawning trains in on the line. That is what we're going to do. If you're watching this on YouTube, hi. This going out, I think, in December somewhere, because I'm that far ahead. There'll be links in the description below to where you can get this game. There'll be a link down there to the Discord server and the Twitch page as well, where you can watch me live on the Twitchy. It's 6 days a week doing things. Good evening to Trent, Greg, Wanless and Stokey. Let's get on board, because I'm already late. Because I decided to get off the train. I'll close the door. I'll sit me down. We'll shove my thing in the hole. Shove it into forward, unlock the doors, pop some lights on, day running, that'll do, that's lights. Hello YouTube people, oh, that's me, that's you saying that. Okay. Lock doors, I didn't take long, did it? Okay, well lock the doors then. Right, have I opened the window? Yes I have. Hi Kerry. Hello, my name's Kerry, it is. Right, Clapham Junction is next. Are we single handle? We are. I was panicking then, thinking I'd done something wrong, but no, we are moving. Get off with the train. Well, you know, needs must. Ethan. Right, heading towards the Claphams. Kerry... thank you very much for that. And Jay Webb, if you're watching, you are now part of this. How random am I today? I'm in a really, really good mood currently. Oh, blimey. Oh, Kerry's going for it. And thank you again, Kerry. Dr. Eisberg. Wasn't he the one in... That's Jesse Eisenberg. I'm thinking of Breaking Bad then. Right, multiple trains as we leave the Victorias. They're waiting to get in. Is this some sort of fanfare waiting for me to depart? Is this my welcoming committee? Oh, that one's going. Oh, wow, that was loud. Yeah, because obviously this is an electrocuted train. I've had to turn the game audio up a bit, which means we're going to get quite loud pings. Otherwise, you won't hear anything. Oh, I'm slowing down. So which means we'll have to find something a bit more interesting to do the return journey. We could try stealing something. That's many trains here, isn't it? How much? Ow! How much is this route? I don't know. It's a price. You like the 700, don't you? I'm not doing it just because you like it. There's a reason. It is a really good route. Next time we're going to be doing southeastern high speed. I've done that for a little while. Alright, 1.6 miles to the Claphams. I know we did this route recently though, didn't we? But I'm working my way back up the country again. And I don't really care. I do routes as I fancy doing them. If you don't like it, well, don't watch. It's quite simple. I'm past the point of caring anymore. Well, it's not that, is it? You think, look, I was efficient with that. I'm not efficient here. I'm in a good mood. I'm not in that much of a good mood. Yeah. Okay, bye then. Says KD. I'm off then if that's the way you're going to be. That's your attitude. Because they can't say attitude. That's your attitude. Because Welsh. Ping. We're stopping at places. We'll find out when we stop. I'll show where we're stopping. I can do it now, couldn't I? Hang on. There we go. Clapham Junction, East Croydon, Gatwick Airport, Haywards Heath, Burgess Hill, Hassocks, and Brighton. That was Battersea. Shocking. Bloody shocked I am. Offending the Welsh like that. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be approaching Clapham Junction. Clapham Junction is our next station stop. If you're getting off at Clapham Junction, get off. If you're not getting off at Clapham Junction, I suggest you don't. Or you could, and then get on the train behind. And we're already running late because we had to wait to start the stream. There's a lot of trains going towards Victoria's. So the Welsh aren't allowed in South London? Was that some sort of law? Done with the bloody Welsh shit. I can't switch to London. Don't want a bloody Welsh here, do we, governor? Bloody over here, coming over here with their Welshness. They can sod off. Right, we're now arriving at Clapham Junction, where the Welsh are not allowed. I ain't going south of the river this time of night, Guff. It's quite pingy. Right, we are arriving some amount of time. He's the most travelled person in Wales. He's been to London. Did the village want to know about it when you got back? I've been to London, I have. It's been all the way to London.
If you feel faint, seek help at the next station.
What if you
feel... Do not use the emergency cord, as this may delay help reaching you.
If you feel faint, try to faint somewhere. Don't feel faint on the train because it's really going to inconvenience other people. If you feel faint, wait to get off and collapse on the platform. That's far better for us. Thank you very much. Ethan using copy and paste from Google there for the win. Right, that was that. Where were we? Clapham Junction. East Croydon next, 7 of the miles. Oh, train. So yeah, we have to bring something on the return leg. Well, we'll try and use several trains on the return leg if we can. Haha, I am beating you. Ha 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 ha. Loser. Hang on, I definitely didn't replace the L for an N. Thought, well, that's brave. Whose leg am I returning? Captain Cook's. Yeah, I do like this line. Bob's leg from Surgeon Sim. Oh, there's a ping. I need to do some more of that again. I did like that. Oh, I'm going to be speeding. So yes, so down to Brighton. Then we'll swap trains and make our way back, but by either stealing trains along the way, like we did the other day, or we'll just try and spawn in some trains that shouldn't be on here. Yeah, we did a 158. When did I do it? Sunday? Sunday? Yeah, Sunday night. Time goes so fast. Hang on, how you heard a 158 just start up? You should be on a train home by now, surely. Yeah, I do like the amount of AI that there is on this route. It does feel, certainly as you get closer to a lot of pinging, certainly as you get closer to London. I just wish this train was a bit noisier. Ow! There we go. Well, yeah, I thought Ethan had left Waterloo half an hour ago. Oh, he's going to get told off. Daniel, 3 of the months done. Thank you very much, Daniel. Oh yeah, Halloween. All Hallows Eve. It's more of an American thing, isn't it, than the British thing? The Americans go completely overboard for it. The supermarkets here do, but I can imagine tomorrow morning there's going to be a lot of stuff in supermarkets put back in boxes and going back to a warehouse somewhere ready for next year. It's definitely quite a boring train, this one, as far as the audio. How am I today? Doing good. Pumpkin's half price. Yeah, there'll be a lot of people having pumpkin pie, pumpkin curry, and pumpkin on toast, and pumpkin and chips. Be like there is after Christmas, isn't it? You have turkey curry, turkey sandwiches, turkey and chips. Yeah, there's no one round by me. I haven't really got any young kids round here. Right, so 2.7 miles to East Croydon to make our way down to Brighton. Yeah, I won't be having pumpkin. I've had a pepperoni pizza. That's about as adventurous as I've got. It's going to be a long old train, isn't it? 12 car. That's quite lengthy. What are we? We're a 377. Oh, I think I'm going to be on a 387 on Saturday. Making my way into that there, London. So you won't be able to stop at these stations. I wish there was more of an ability to be able to create your own scenario easier and be able to go, right, here's all the stations on the route, stop at every single one of them. Hopefully that's something that they bring. Yeah, well, I'll be sat up here for the next couple of hours. By the time I go back downstairs, it'll be watch some YouTube and bed. Well, I'm cutting through London on Saturday, going to Essex, going to Clacton with 2 really annoying people. Right, 1 mile to go. Clacton on the Sea, yes. Clacton and Colchester. So there won't be a stream on Saturday. Green and purple, yes. One of the idiots is the purple one. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong bloody thing to brake. I'm used to doing separate bloody brake handle things. Right. We are now arriving at East Croydon. You don't appreciate, really. You get on a high-speed train like this from central London down to East Croydon, and then you're still in London. You get off here and jump on a tram. Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to happen there, Stokey. Right, unlock left. We are now arrived at East Croydon.
Belonging to you at all times. Any unattended baggage will be removed and may be destroyed by security services.
He was at the station a couple of weeks ago. I was probably here, I don't know. I get dragged around London whenever I go there. I don't know half the time where I am and what I'm doing. I just follow people. They just say, we go on this train. Okay. I put a request in for somewhere I want to go. Sometimes we go there, sometimes we don't. I just spend my day in a blur and then get back on the train and go home. Hi, Liam. Which I'm pretty much is exactly how it's going to be in Manchester when we go in, 4 weeks' time. All right, Gatwick Airport next in 15 of the miles. Nice guy, Miles. 15 of them. Some sort of miles convention. 4 weeks this Saturday. Sims and stuff get loose, go wild in Manchester. Bloody hell, that's loud. I have turned the gain volume up in case you're wondering, so we can hear the train audio, because it's electric and quiet. But in order to do that, we have loud pings. Don't forget Ben, Miles' brother. Well, yeah. So we'll try and come back in something diesel. We'll go electric on the way down. We'll see if we can do diesel all the way back. I'm almost packed, I'm ready. I'm only away for 2 nights. Right, power. Okay. I have put, yeah. Power is all the, okay. We're not accelerating very quickly. I thought the pacer was slow. I'm only going on the Friday because otherwise I have to get up at 4 AM on the Saturday, leave the house at 5 to get there for 8, which meant then I'll have been absolutely knackered all day. So I'm only travelling up on the Friday, so getting there like Friday evening, just so I can then not have to get up early on Saturday morning. In this only case, I leave the hotel and go and jump on a tram. And I think Greg's getting to the hotel for like 8 a.m. and so Stokey. Save your money, Liam. I'm literally not doing anything. I'll just be at the hotel and getting an early night because I'm at work on the Friday morning. So keep your money in your wallet. Right, 12 miles. Well, there's the Gatwick Express, which just goes straight to Gatwick. I think it does Clapham Junction and Gatwick, which you can do in this. But this is a semi-fast service, I think. So Gatwick Airport, then a couple of stops down to Brighton. I think we'll go diesel all the way back. Maybe see if we can stick something different on here. You've got to be careful of the routing. When you go into free roam, it's making sure you can get the pathing to get where you want to go. So might see if we can stick that American thing on here. I was really impressed with the Balkans map. Yeah, I'm not going to be leaving the hotel on the Friday night. Crispy's only going on the Friday because he's at a training course all that week in Derby. So for him to travel back on the Friday afternoon down to Luton and then get up early on the Saturday morning and travel all the way back up through Derby, getting back to Manchester, just seems stupid. Yeah, my door won't get open. No one knocks on my door anyway. I'm expecting an Amazon package, but I'll just get shot through the letterbox, I think. I think it depends on the area. If you're in an area with a lot of kids, certainly if you've got kids yourself, then I think it is more for kids. One of the guys at work was saying he lives in an area with a lot of kids. He doesn't mind the kids coming to the door. It's when you get like the 15, 16-year-olds that just turn up in like their hoodies and go trick or treat, mister, and expect you just to give them like sweets for just turning up at your door. It's like, that's not how it works. Say it's the supermarkets that make the money, isn't it? I watched a really it's an American show called Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, a British guy, does an American show once a week looking at topical news stuff but makes it funny. The show he did 2 nights ago, it was all about chocolate and the chocolate industry and cocoa and stuff. And how it's produced with child labour. So it's a sort of strong subject in it. But he pretty much said that, people buy a big bag of chocolate to give to the kids that knock at the door. But we all know that the kids will only end up with half of that chocolate and you're going to eat the rest. Oh, yeah. Say no one knocks my door anyway. I remember as a kid though, we'd make a guy to go on the bonfires. And I remember going out, sitting over the shops one year and like penny for the guy. We just sit there with our guy that we've made and we put a lot of effort into it and people would give us money. And then you'd have a bonfire, and you'd burn the guy. And it's quite satisfying watching it burn. And I got a field behind my house, and it was always the thing that, you know, all the local neighbours would be out there, and we'd all have a bonfire, and you put like jacket potatoes in the ash of the fire, and you'd be out there for the whole evening to like 10 o'clock, which when you're young is late, you know. Well, yeah, you put a jacket potato in, wrap it up in tin foil, and put it in the ashes of the fire and cook them. I joined to remember burning a little guy. Yeah, it's welcome to a train sim stream. Well, Americans do the whole s'mores thing, don't they, where they have marshmallows. Right, so 4 miles from Gatwick. Then making our way down to Brighton. And then we're going to try and go back to London only by diesel. But not all the way, that'd be too easy. Every station will change train. Oh, speaking of chocolate, I did post a picture in the Discord the other day, I think. Bought a bar at Tesco's on Saturday. Cadbury's or dairy milk, but called Snowballs. I had some last night. It's like normal Cadbury's dairy milk chocolate with a minty centre. God, it's nice. I had to stop myself from eating like a whole bar of chocolate last night. Well, the ball's nice. I do like, you know. Anyway, 2.7 miles to go to Gatwick. No, didn't appear to be white chocolate. Oh, it was dark. I was just snapping it off and eating it. Wasn't really paying much attention. I finished watching the first series of Only Murders in the Building with Steve Martin and Martin Short. God, that's good. You've had the snowballs. That's a drink, Snowball. Was it Advocar and lemonade? Is that Snowball? I remember having Advocar. Do you lick it out like a cream egg? I'm sorry. What dream of going and buying Advocar now? Always remember my nan's used to go to my nan's on Christmas Eve. It was one of those things we did. We went round to my nan's on Christmas Eve and we're allowed to open our Christmas presents at midnight. My brother would stumble in like half drunk at like probably at midnight, have his presents. And I always remember having a few drinks. There'd be a tin of Mackerson Stout. Well, I'm sure it was the same tin every year I was growing up. My mum would have a whiskey mac. My dad would have like a lager dash. So he'd have lager with a dash of lime. Lager and lime. I would be on Coke or something and crisps. And we'd sit and play Yahtzee and stuff. But I always remember Advocar. And then we'd go home and I'd go to bed about 1 a.m. on Christmas Day, and then would, in a hope, I think my parents were in a hope that I'd stay in bed till late. Oh no. What's Yahtzee? a dice game that is so good. YAHTZEE. Yeah, there you go. And that's Z for our American cousins, not Z. Although it's pronounced Z because it's written Z. It's numbers, not letters. Yeah, it involves 6 dice. You take it in turns to match combinations of dice you've got on a little score pad. So by rolling the 6 dice, so you get like, you've got to get like 3 3s, 3 4s, 3 5s, 3 6s. So it's whoever can fill their card in first. You're thinking of Boggle. Did I ever watch Sex Education? First series I thought was fantastic. Really, really loved it because it's something new. It's something different. Second season I thought was a bit downhill. Third season I turned it off within the first 10 minutes of the first episode. I'm done. Shame, really. Yeah, I won't even bother watching the... Did he have sex in it? It's really good. It's really worth watching the first series. Wait until 9:28. My favourite series of the last couple of years has got to be Heartstopper. The first episode of Heartstopper, you're like, okay, this is good. First time I watched the second season, I wasn't sure, but watched it again, and oh my god, I can't wait for season 3. Hi, Tom. Right, so we've got to wait another minute. Actually, what we can do, and go and see if we can spot the boardies. None in here. We got no passengers on. The second season was really good. I can't say as good as the first season, but yeah, it's really good. Yeah, we got no passengers on the train. Yeah, nothing. We're at the other end. We're into the first train anyway. There aren't. We haven't got any. We're taking no passengers down to Brighton. What it's about? Gay teenage love story, basically. But I think the love story would have been really good if there would have been the characters of any age. Right, locked doors. Right, next stop then, Haywards Heath. Oh, so there's the Gatwick Express. No, I don't think it would have been nicer if they were a lot younger. Because I think the way the storyline... Well, it's based on the books, isn't it? Because I think the way the storyline's going to progress. There's 5 books, I think. I don't want to read the books, or I've got the first one. They're like a graphic novel. I don't want to read them because I don't want to see how hopefully the series works out. Because we all want them to stay together, get married, etc. But it's one of those. I don't want to read the books by ruining it. But yeah, it's so well done. It's got Olivia Colman in it. What more do you need? And I've watched the first series about 4 times. It's just one of those that you can just go back and watch it. And it's a really good story. The cast are fantastic. Stephen Fry's in it, although you only hear his voice. It's very well done. I think anyone, regardless of the gay aspect to it, I think everyone can take a bit of their school life out of it, or their first crush, their first relationship. I think you could take bits of that and go, yeah, actually, I did that. So if you haven't seen it, even if you know, if you can get over the fact about two gay teen boys, the first series is anyway. The second series, there's four different lots relationships going on. It's a love fest. Actually 5, 6, if you count the teachers. Anyway, but yeah, really, really good story. Right, so we've got 9 miles to go to Haywards Heath. So going down to Brighton, and then what we'll do is we'll stay in free roam. We'll jump in something diesel and make our way back. Yeah, it's a really good line, this. One of my options for this Saturday was actually going to be going down to Brighton. But I thought, well, if I'm going to do Brighton, I'd rather do it when the weather's a bit better. So then ended up going to Clapham this Saturday. And if it's rainy, don't think I'll be going on the pier somehow. Yeah, it's going to be a bit windy and rainy. Got your flu jab. I was offered the flu jab when I had my COVID booster last year. I was like, no, yeah, you're right. I'm not that old. I think I might need some sort of vaccination to go to Manchester. Well, no, one of them just wants to go on buses, which I think we are doing, and one of them is just going to want to find the nearest McDonald's and go to train stations he hasn't been to. I'm just going just to get out of the house for the day. An anti-Ethan vaccination. Ethan's all right. No, I think the storm's going to avoid. It's in like North Wales and Scotland at the moment, isn't it? Well, 2 weeks ago when I went to London on the Saturday, on the Friday we had that heavy rain and the line was shut. So it was like a panic as to whether I can get into London on the Saturday morning, but it was all right. So it might be the same this week. I'm supposed to be going out again in 2 weeks' time. Last couple of hurrahs before Christmas. Well, we're going on the trams in Manchester, yeah. It's about an hour, because we're staying in Rochdale. We're staying in Rochdale. So it's about an hour tram journey into Manchester. So that's going to be an experience on the Saturday morning. And having never been to Manchester, right, so what do we choose as our first diesel then when we get to Brighton? I'm fancying that American thing, the one that comes with the New York Trenton route. Newcastle's actually a place I want to go to. Newcastle city centre is supposed to be quite nice. That was the original idea for the meet we're doing in Manchester now, was to do York and Newcastle. I only want to go back to York when the Rowing Museum is fully open again, so that'll be next year. But I wouldn't mind spending a weekend up there. So do York, and so maybe a Friday to Monday job. Travel up on the Friday, do York, Newcastle, travel back on the Monday. So I might do a bit of that next year, rather than take weeks off, just to have long weekends. go oot and a boot. We got to organise, once we get the Manchester one out of the way, we then need to organise the next one, which is going to be Easter, doing the Isle of Wight. Although part of me was thinking, is Easter really the best time, because it's going to be expensive and busy? So maybe before Easter. Yeah, I've heard Beamish is quite good. Probably get away from you, Connor. Right, what's the furthest place in the UK I can get from Scotland? Right, 1.7 miles until we arrive at Haywards Heath. Start slowing it down. Yeah, don't tell Tom we're over his way on Saturday. We're going to Essex. Oh, we've got a freight train here, look. See, if that had been me, that would have failed me for running that red. Because that was quite close to that red light. Also had a thing today. I had new tyres fitted to the car today. Brilliant service. Can't fault them. Done. Dusted. About 40 minutes. Changed tyres. Happy with that. While I was in there though, guy came in to pick up his car because from its MOT, and it failed the MOT because he had a brake light out. And the guy behind the counter thing, which it wasn't the only customer he was quite arrogant with, the guy behind the counter thing were like, yeah, it failed. Oh, did it fail on much? Oh yeah, brake light's out. Oh, well, couldn't you have changed the bulb? Well, we can. Well, could you do it now? No, we're busy. So he failed the guy's MOT and made him, he's then got to book a retest to book it back in again once the guy has changed the bulb. It's like, really? The garage I use, which is about 30 seconds from where I got my tyres done, when mine failed on a bulb the other year, they just changed the bulb and passed it and charged me £2 for the bulb. No, they didn't repair the rear tyre. I got them to look at it. I booked all 4 anyway. But no, the screw was off the side of the tread in the tyre. It was a screw in the side of the tyre wall, so it wouldn't be repairable anyway. So I'd have had to buy 3 tyres. So if I was buying 3, I may as well buy 4, which I've done. About 4 whole new tyres put on. So they're all the same now. But yeah, it's like, really? And a couple of times, people come in, oh, can you have a look at my puncher? No, we're busy. Oh, how long for? Oh, at least a couple of hours. It's like, yeah, okay, you're busy, but there's a way you can tell it. You know, up until this job I've got now, I've spent all my career working with customers in a customer-facing role. I would never have spoken to a customer like this guy was speaking to customers. Sometimes you think it, but you just don't. Well, yeah, Dean, I get that. If it would have been, I didn't even see what car it was. But yeah, if it's something that's complicated to change a bulb, I sort of get it. But that's the thing, isn't it? You wouldn't go back there then, would you? The garage I use, they're so good. A couple of people from work now use them. He's so honest. I went in there one year with what I thought were warped discs. Braking and you got shuddering. I said, oh, discs are warped. It looks like it needs new discs and pads. Went in there. He rang me up and said, nah, doesn't need new discs and pads. Tell you what, we'll take the discs off. We'll skim them for you. I'd recommend putting a set of pads on, though. Fantastic. Any other garage would have probably charged you for new discs and pads, even when it didn't need it. It wasn't Quick Fit or Halfords. Yeah, Wanless. I worked in a trade environment for the last bit of my career, so tradesmen are a bit more forgiving, but we used to get tyre kickers or retail customers in on a Saturday morning. Some of those you really had to bite your tongue. But yeah, one of the worst years was when I worked for Currys for a year. That was... it was an experience. Well, yeah, I'm not, the company I worked for, we were an industry where it was really competitive, but we gained all our customers through service. They could go elsewhere and pay exactly the same money for the products, but because we offered a good service, we got a lot of business, more than the competition. And we prided ourselves on that, and I did. And that gave us a lot of recommendations and a lot of business. And now I'm in a buying role, so I'm the other side of the counter, as it were. I only use suppliers that give me good service. I don't look at the price necessarily. It's the service I get. So if I find someone on the phone that's really helpful, really friendly, or by email that comes back to me, even if they're not the best price, but the person's been really helpful and gone out of their way, they'll get my business. So good customer service is vital. Oh yeah, members of the public are just stupid. I worked at Currys. You'd open the shutter on a Saturday morning and you'd have someone stood out there, almost guaranteed, with a toaster or a kettle under their arm that's broke. That probably only cost them a tenner 13 months ago, and they come in and demand a refund because this kettle's broken and they haven't got the receipt, but they bought it from here, and you need to look and see when I bought it. Like, no, sir. Absolutely Wanless. People buy from people. I've had several people where I am now have left their supply, left the person they're with, gone somewhere else to do the same thing. I've followed them, and you get their old company going, yeah, I've dealt with this for a while. One of them I was honest with. Well, no, because your salesman left. I got on really well with him, so my business has gone with him. Didn't like it. Yeah, Tom. Most of my career has been in trade and retail management. And I've been a trainer, training new staff and customer service and stuff. So this is why it frustrates me now when people give me bad customer service. Thankfully, the role I'm in, I've got a pretty free rein as to where I get stuff from, so I can just tell people to go and do one. Anyway, 1.4 miles from Burgess Hill. Yeah, I can imagine your job can be quite interesting at times. Michael works on a train. I don't know what he calls himself now. He's not a ticket inspector, he's a train manager. The fat controller. I did used to do that thing, which happened a bit at Currys. That you had a customer that really annoyed you. I mean, seriously annoyed you, and they wanted to buy something that you knew pretty much was out in the warehouse. And you'd go out and check, and you wander about for 5-10 minutes. You chat to the warehouse staff, go for a wee maybe, and you'd come back and tell the customer you didn't have any because you didn't want to go through with the sale. So if you're ever in that sort of shop and someone goes out the back to look for something, just think for a minute. If you've treated that salesman badly, there's a good chance he's going to come back and tell you they haven't got it. East Coastway is the one I did the other day. This is good. So I'm going to do Southeastern High Speed next week. I'm now arriving at Burgess Hill. So there can't be many left now. Hassocks and then Brighton, and then we're going to steal some trains or spawn some trains. I do fancy that American thing. I think we'll jump in that first. There may be something German. See if we can use trains from different countries. We've only got American and German, really, haven't we? Locking doors. I nearly bought a Nintendo Switch last night, but I couldn't quite justify it to myself. German sausage. If I don't end up with a German sausage at the Christmas market in Manchester, I'm going to be sorely disappointed. I better have... I want a hot chocolate with mint in it, which I did request last year, but didn't end up getting one because it was so busy. So a hot chocolate with mint and some sort of German sausage. Oh, not mulled wine, no. I'll find a German man for me. That'll do. Well, no, could you get those things, didn't you, at Christmas markets with the bratwurst and currywurst and stuff? I am toying with as well, rather stupidly, on the 16th of December. Yeah, 16th of December, going into London on the Saturday and going to Oxford Street. It'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. It'll be empty. There'll be no one around. Last time I did that, I remember going into Hamley's toy store, going up the escalators all the way to the top floor, and basically going round in a circle back down and to the exit. You always had to look at something on the way past as the queue of people just shuffled you around. And Oxford Street was just mad. Just to go and see the Christmas lights. That's the main reason. So it will be in and out. It won't be by train that day, I can tell you. I'll be driving. Right, Hassocks, half a mile away. Which is why then the month of January I'm not leaving the house. Because I'm then away from my birthday in February. A week away in the New Forest. So there will be a week of no streams in February. I will warn you all. Right, Hassocks. And then Brighton. And then something diseasily. Again, I hated every other place I've been over Christmas, like Decorators Merchant, we shut between Christmas and New Year because no one does any decorating on the trade environment. All the building sites shut down. No one's going to want have a decorator in your house decorating over Christmas, so we shut. Which is where I am now. We shut for the whole week of Christmas. Done. But even when I worked for a well-known machinery superstore, it was never really busy up to Christmas. Curries though, Jesus Christ, I hated it. The only day off I got from the beginning of December to the end of January was Christmas Day. You're encouraged when you're on a late shift, so when you're doing 11 till 8, you're encouraged to come in at 9. Although you're commission based, I just no. Absolutely hated it. I left Machine Mart, moved to Birmingham, long story, came back to Swindon. My job had been filled at Machine Mart, so went to work for Currys. I was there a year, and one Saturday, my old manager from Machine Mark came in and said, the guy that replaced me is leaving. Do I want to go back? Hell yes, was my response. I literally, I got a pad, I wrote my notice in while he was there and handed it to the manager. Bits of the job are enjoyable, but it's just that madness. And this was 20 years ago. So there wasn't really internet business as there is now. So you wanted to make electrical, you went to Curry's or, you know, Comet. It was just ridiculous. Thankfully, I haven't got to do any Christmas shopping anymore. With no family, no parents. I haven't got to go through the pain of buying Christmas presents. Oh, but that was fun, Stokey. And yeah, that's the one thing I miss, Wanless, about where I am now, is I do miss having regular customers. Again, being in a trade environment, as I was, you had the same people coming in and out. Sometimes you see the same people every day. And I, for the first 6 months, I did miss the customers. And because I worked in a small team, oh, excuse me, because I worked in a small team, I was with the same group of people for like 5 years. There was the same 4 members of staff for 5 years. We all worked together. And it was brilliant. Where I am now, a lot of staff have been there a long time. I've only been there 4 years. But because my job means I work a lot on my own, it's not quite the same. Oh yeah, we get those round now. I got nowhere where my desk is now to hang a calendar. And who uses a calendar anymore? I have it on my screen next to my emails. I've got one at home that was my dad's, actually, with all the family's birthdays on it. There's one of those ones that it's just got the, hasn't got the days of the week on it, it's just got the days of the month. So you use the same calendar over and over and over again. Normally about 2 months late, I remember to turn it over. Right. 4 miles into Brighton. And then we'll find something this easily. I do reckon that American thing. I can't remember the last time I had an advent calendar. I think 11 years ago. Yeah, about 11 years ago last time I had advent calendar. That's because I was forced to. Right, greens, then yellows, so making our way into Brighton. Well, my aim for this year is to try and keep the Christmas decorations up past 8 AM on Christmas Day, because that's when they came down last year. I just might not bother putting them up this year. Because you put them up, you take them down, the place looks bare. Right, we are approaching Brighton. Maltesers. I got a box of Maltesers in the fridge. Yeah, I've got the old man's fibre optic Christmas tree and a couple of little Santas. We'll see. Get a Christmassy throw for the sofa. I keep forgetting to buy me a new sofa. I could justify it when I had guests. Now I haven't got guests coming. I can't see the point. Quite coffee tonight. No, I like a cold Maltese. You've got to give it a good suck first. Yes, the next train approaching. Oh, blimey. I'm dying. If I'm not here tomorrow, I'm dead. I'll have a drink, see if that improves things. Get some juice down me. I've just had a drink. I'm going to need a jelly baby. That's probably what I need. Don't say things like that. Hopefully I'll wake up tomorrow. I need to suck a good fisherman's friend. You find me a fisherman's friend, I'll give him a... No, hang on. Sorry, what? I don't know any fishermen, let alone their friends. Right, double yellows. See what happens at Canal Street in Manchester. Do you know any fishermen? No, I'm not saying it. I think my mind's not where your minds are. Right, we're now approaching Brighton. So what we're going to do is we'll end this journey, and then we'll go back into free roam and see if we can make our way back to Victoria in other trains. So I think we're going to start by spawning in that American thing, the American diesel thing, because I think that's going to be quite interesting here. It's just finding a track we can go out of that we know we can get round, and we should be right on these first three. Well, that's freight, isn't it? Clinchfield Railroad. I've done them all. I've streamed every single route because I've got every route for Train Sim World rather. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived in Brighton, where this train terminates, mainly because it can't go any further. Right, so, blimey, that didn't take long, did it? Yeah, that's really odd, isn't it? We've got no passengers. It's very bizarre. How many routes are there? Quite a few. I would show you, but we're carrying on in free roam. Have a look at the store at the DLC. I've locked the doors. We've got to wait now. Well, no, it's not this route, is it? Do you honestly expect I'm going to be that efficient? That was for the one we did the other day. I haven't set this one up. I came home, I got changed, I did my lunch for work, I had pizza, I came up here. I don't get time to do things like that. I set the stream title up last night. Some of them are on sale on Steam. But it's not the game either, is it? You can't call me a dimwit. It's not very nice, is it? Oh, you saw that I did that last night. Were you thinking I was going to stream last night, Trent? Is that what it was? Trent sat there hoping.
If you feel faint, seek help at the next station. Do not use the emergency cord, as this may delay help reaching you.
I don't think the scenario is going to end, and it's just one of those that makes me just wait a long time. Wow, not very many exits, are there? Damn it, we can't escape. We are stuck on the platform at Brighton. It's really not going to end this scenario, is it? Right, in that case, what we might have to do is, rather than... Okay, what we'll do is, for those who wanted to see how many routes there are, we'll do this. We'll come back in. We'll start one from Brighton, but then I'll get out the train. We'll spawn another one in, and then we'll come back that way. For those that want to see how many routes there are. Right, so London Commuter, that's the one we're currently doing. Isle of Wight we did last time. New York to Trenton, so passenger route. Long Island Railroad, another passenger route. Main Spessartbahn, obviously German. Peninsula Corridor, another American passenger route. Rhine-Ruhr, German passenger route. Arosa Line, German passenger route. Bremen to Oldenburg, well, German obviously. Birmingham Cross City, brilliant. Really do like Birmingham Cross City. That's up there with my favourites. Boston Sprinter's quite good. Cajon Pass, that's freight. Cane Creek is American freight. Cathcart Circle Line, Scottish electric, really good route. Clinchfield Railroad, freight, American. East Coastway is the one I did last time. I like that. Edinburgh to Glasgow, it's not bad. I wasn't a fan of the train at first. Glossop, we'll come back and do that soon. That's in the UK using the 323. Great Western Express, Paddington to Reading with 166s and HSTs. Harlem Line is another American passenger route. Hamburg to Lübeck, German passenger route. Munich to Augsburg, high speed German passenger route. Rhine-Ruhr, German passenger. Horseshoe Curve is American freight. The original Isle of Wight, using the old stock. The LGV Mediterranean. Yes, there's an update to Train Sim World 4 before I stream tonight. LGV Mediterranean. Don't like the train. I haven't actually completed a full route of that. Mainz Koblenz is German passenger. London Underground, we did that recently. Luzerne-Cercy is another passenger one. Yeah, by Tom. Midland Main Line, we did this Sunday. Little really good. I like that. It's like the German version of the Pacer in that. Northern Transpennine, like 1960s Blue Era diesel stuff. Oakfield Subdivision, that's more American passenger. Peak Forest Railway, that's steam. Rapid Transit, another American one, passenger. Rursig Nord is German passenger. Sandpatch Grade, which is the first train sim world, the CSX Heavy Haul, was in Sandpatch Grade. When I first streamed that and the train stopped on a hill, I stalled it and had to get out and go and start the train again from outside. Oh my god, that was a moment. Schniffelstrecke to Cologne, high speed German. Castle Wurzburg, high speed German. Sherman Hill is American freight. Southeastern high speed is what we're going to do next time, is UK. Spirit of Steam, Liverpool to Crewe, exactly what it says on the tin. Tees Valley Line is UK passenger stuff and freight stuff in the 60s. Dresden to Chemnitz is German. Holiday Express, we'll do that again this year over Christmas. That's really cool. I like that. Bit of a fun thing for Christmas. West Cornwall Local, I love that line. Diesel stuff going from Penzance to St Austell. West Somerset Railway, not my favourite because it's a heritage railway. So you're doing 40 mile an hour maximum. But it's quite interesting just trundling up and down slowly. Antelope Valley, that's the one that came with Train Sim World 4. I'm not a fan of the route, if I'm honest. It's long, it's 2 and a bit hours. It's quite boring. East Coast Main Line, we did that last week. That's Peterborough to Doncaster. Navarca Dresden, that's been updated for Train Sim World 4. S-Bahn Vorarlberg, that was new in Train Sim World 4 as well. That's the one that goes into Austria, and then you get the training centre. So there are a lot of routes for Train Sim World in a whole. Some of them were in the first one, some of them in 2, some of them in 3, some of them in 4. If you have 4 and you had the routes in the first ones, they will transfer across. So let's jump back in. We will pick a train. We won't pick that train. We'll pick that one again. We want to start in Brighton, basically. And then we'll just spawn a train out. Maybe not that train then. Okay, we'll go that one. And still no Irish routes. No. Not many French routes, just one. Right, Brighton to Victoria. There we go. Right. So we're going to spawn in this, but we're not actually going to do this route. So this is the brilliant thing with Train Sim World 4 is free roam. So what it means you can do is you can start a timetabled route as this is. So there's going to be other trains scheduled. Which side is the platform? This side? Yeah. There's going to be other trains scheduled on this route. But what I can do, so we're here, going to make our way back up to Brighton, back up to London. But what I can do now is down here, hopefully we can spawn in a train, and this gives me the option of spawning in any train that I've got. I just got to find the thing. That one. Damn it. Okay, it won't let me do it here because there's obviously a train due in. So, no, it's not a mod. It comes as standard in the game. So what I've got to do is find a platform where there's nothing due in, but also still in a position where I can actually get back to London. Let's try here then. So spawn a train. That one. 4 car. Spawn. Yes. Okay. Right. There we go. So spawn the train in. Oh, it's the wrong end. Hang on. Bugger, bugger, bugger. Hang on. Let's get rid of that. We want to be at the. We want to be at the end that's got the. What's it called? Because that's the end that's got. Because it's got the loco at one end, and you drive it from, or you can drive it from the other end. I've now got to try and find the other end. With the joy that is, we could just shove something else in, I suppose, just to show the workings of it. Because I can't remember. Is it that one?
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Mind the gap.
Oh, I do. Actually, that won't work. Oh, damn it. Because of the okay, let's just shove something. A class 150 or something like that in it. Just to show you how it works. Before something else comes in and kills me. Right. Right, class 150. There we go. Right, so you can spawn any train in, so long as it lets you. And then what I can do now, let's get on board. I don't know how there are passengers on, but okay. Alright, let's open the window. Okay. Sit in the seat. So we get this set up as normal. And then what you do is you go on the map, you select yourself, which is here, and you set the path. So now you set where you want to go. So that's the line that goes down to East Coastway. So we can't go down there. So you can only go up here. So what we then do is if we go up here to where our first station is, we can find it. There we go. So Hassocks is our first station. It will now set the signalling for us. So headlights are on day. So now we've got to wait for the signals. So 119 yards, we've got a red. Well, no, it would have. The AI has taken over that train because I've got in this one now. So there's going to be so much coming in and going out of here. We've just got to wait for stuff, haven't we? The joy of a busy station. Right. So now we've got to wait. I don't think it's going to be that train behind us. We can look at the map actually. So that's us. There's our routing around there. Ah, there you go. Train's coming towards us. That's why. Not stopping at a red. I wonder if that's now going to give us the... No. Yeah, it's not going to be that one. Don't forget, we've just chucked another train in, so the AI's got to sort itself out. So either going to be something departing, which can only be those two. That red one we spawned in, that's due to depart soon. So that might leave. So it could be that the one we should have been taking is the one we've got to wait for. It could be this. Yeah, the red train has a green light. It depends where that one's going as well. That's probably going round to East Coastway. Yeah, it's not letting me through. It could be we've got to wait for that stuff to come down. I quite like this aspect of it because it does mean that you now have to wait because your additional service is trying to put in. Yeah, that red one's definitely waiting. Especially when you've got a busy station like this.
Vehicles parked at unauthorized points may be clamped or removed without warning.
That one's going, but that's not going to affect us.
Is available at this station.
I wonder if it is that one. Unless it's just not due to depart yet. It's got the green. I'll look at the map again. Well, there shouldn't be anything else that's affecting us really. We should be clear once we get out of this junction. There's that train sat there. We've got to cross where this one's got the green. I reckon it is. I reckon it's the one here. It's this one to my left. We've got to wait for that because we've got to cross its path. This one coming in around here isn't going to affect us. So yeah, we got to wait for that to go. But I don't know what time that was due out. Which side's platform? Over there. Should we go and have a look? Yeah, have we got any 8:57? See, that should have gone 7 minutes ago. Can I despawn an AI trail if I can? I wonder if that'll now give me the green. I've probably completely broken the system now. I've got to reset me. Oh no, path's still fine. After all that, we've still got the... I don't know, waiting for this one in front of us, look. Ah, that one couldn't come in because the one I was in should have gone. So hopefully now, as soon as that's passed, we'll be good to go. That was waiting out there for the one that I should have been controlling to leave. I better get the green now. Yep, there we go. You scumbag. You utter scumbag. That's the point? After all that, you give me an Unreal crash? It's not very often we get Unreal crashes. I also just realised how long it's taken me to get down here as well. Right, okay. So, are you going to... Thank you. Right, choose a route, London Commuter, timetable. Why is there Great Western Express on here? Okay. Right, let's try and do the same thing again. Go on foot. I could have done really, couldn't I? Actually, no, what we'll do, let's take this train to the first stop. Because I think it's Brighton seems to be causing the confusion. Let's just take this to the first destination. Just to save any issue. And then we'll chuck a train in when we get to the first destination. Let's just get out of Brighton. At least we're in a different train this time. Trent, thank you very much. Oh God, where is the first destination? We go back to Hassocks? Yeah, Hassocks. So we'll go to Hassocks, then we'll swap trains. Oh, we got any passengers? We have. Right. Yes, winner. First seat. We found one. Hello. God, we got some gingers, we got some baldies. Oh, see, I like your jacket. I didn't see. I could wear that. I really need that jacket. Where'd you get your jacket from, Baldy? Nothing. Ignorant. Right, so Hassocks, then we'll get out of this, and then we'll spawn a train in and cause confusion and try and head north. Wait for 8:57. It's, you know, doing as we did, apart from the crash, actually makes it really enjoyable with this, because you can just chuck a train in and see what happens. It means you have got to spend a little time waiting for reds, which becomes more enjoyable. Hopefully now when we get the green, or we'll get the doors closed, we should get a green rather. Right, stop in Hassocks. I'm guessing we're waiting for more trains. Let's just do the creepy forward thing. There's a train in front of us. Where are you going, train? Oh, round there. That panicked me for a second.
Smoking is not permitted in any part of this station or on trains. This includes e-cigarettes.
And a good thing too. Right, go. I still think that's a stupid phrase, personally. See it, say it, sort it. In other words, you see it, you tell us about it, and then you sort it. Yeah, so if you've got routes for Train Sim World 2 or 3, and you buy 4, your routes will transfer across. You haven't got to buy them again. The worst thing was, okay, the text the British Transport Police thing. Last time I went to Cardiff, we put Crispy on his train. She's going back up to Chester. And there were some drunk people on his train. Being a young teen as he was a bit concerned because they were harassing passengers. So he texted the British Transport Police, said what train he was on, said what carriage he was in, I think, and said what was happening. Not only did they charge him for the text, great, thanks for that, nothing. Didn't hear a thing. Not even a response going, thanks very much, yeah, we understand, you know, we'll get in contact with the train crew and we'll get it sorted. Not a thing. So, yeah. Text the British Transport Police? No, thanks. Right, anyway, Hassocks then. Thing is, there are police around in Cardiff, especially that was a Saturday evening. It's not like there weren't police in Cardiff. And he sent a message while he was still in the platform. Right, so we're only taking this to Hassocks to get us out of Brighton. And then we'll spawn something else in. Make our way back to Victoria. Sometimes I can imagine they do a great job, but I don't know, they're probably understaffed and whatever. But But again, it comes back to customer service, doesn't it? A message to go, thanks very much, we've passed it, you know, pass it on to the train crew at least. Right, so we've got down to Brighton. Now making our way back to that there London. Stream's coming up after this, by the way. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be back with something. I've got no idea yet what that's going to be. I think it's going to be one of those. I'm going to sit down in front of the computer about 5 to 6 and go, right, what shall I do? So tomorrow night, I don't even know what I'm doing. So there'll be something. It probably won't be MP. Thursday night, though, we've got some OMSI 2, which will be in multiplayer. Friday night, we got some trucking and tunes, carrying on with the Balkans DLC. Not here on Saturday because I'm off to Essex. But then we're back on Sunday lunchtime with some farming. Train Sim Classic Pacer. Problem is, I've only got that one route that works with the Pacer. So in order to be able to switch to do other routes, I've got to do some switching about. And it's not a 2-minute job. So I will get the Pacer onto other routes. Yeah, song starting with the letter Y on Friday. That's quite dark. That's definitely quite dark. Mile and a half to go. Problem is, this is only 2 track. It's the only place I'm going to have to be able to put a train on is on the other track, and that went so well the other night. Hi Derek. Which is why just being able to bring a train out of Brighton would have been a bit easier. Why, has Derek been stuck somewhere? You don't need rescue, you can just change the tyre. It's quite simple, isn't it? Yeah, I wouldn't have a vehicle without a physical tyre. Right, this is going to cause mayhem. Because we're now on the wrong track. Yeah, spare tyre. Which means that one to our left is now going to go. So we've got to set the path.
You have a valid ticket for travel. You will be expected to produce your tickets when asked to do so.
No. Right, we're going to set our path to be there. Right, 3 bridges, 13 miles. No, why despawn the other train? That's just logical. We got a green. And so's that. Yeah, but I'm hoping it's now going to switch me over. Proper smoky. I'm hopeful it's going to stop that one. So it'd be nice if we see a red up here, it'll switch me onto the other track. That's what I'm wanting to happen. And not that I'm going to see something come careering towards me. That's still got a green. Yeah, 1.8 miles, we got a 20. So there's our, no, 1.8 miles. That's our points. Ah, there we go. So that's got a double yellow. So it's stopping the left-hand track. Can't see that train back behind me. Yeah, I reckon it's switching me over to the other track. Yeah, that's got a red. There we go. It's switching me. Is that a train in front of me as well? If that is the case, that's actually worked quite well. Yes, it's switching me here. Yeah, the train sat waiting in the station up here. There you go, that one's off. Yeah, that's actually worked really well. I'm impressed with that. See, the joy of free roam in this. You even chuck a train on the wrong track and it works. Another one behind as well. Okay, I may have just snarled up the London to Brighton line. Well, we'll see what happens up here now. I'm obviously following something. Maybe another train. Well, no, I love this because it's just putting it to the test, isn't it? It just shows that it works. It also, to me, shows that multiplayer would work in this because the AI just works itself out. Even if it's 2-person, 4-person, I'd be happy with that. Yeah, there's definitely a bit of a backup coming the other way. It'll be right. It'll sort itself out. Although now we've got a couple of yellows. Head driving and Nico guarding. Oh, absolutely. That would have to happen. There's another one down here. Yeah, I've definitely caused a bit of an issue there, haven't I? We have got to make that happen over Christmas. I know Greg will probably be working a lot over Christmas, but we've got to get Ed and Greg back in Roblox. Right, so it's giving us a red now. Oh God, what do you want? Welcome to Steve mucks up the London to Brighton line by putting a train on the wrong track. Come on, AI. Sort yourself out. I'll bet we're waiting for that. No, now I'm on the correct track. I wasn't before. But it did it right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering now whether once that goes through I might actually get a green. Come on. You can do it. It is. It's going to say, right, you mucked up the southbound. We're going to hold you up going north. You're not going to change, are you? Yes, you are. We're still another red down here, but it's something. it cut. That's on the slow track though. So why was it holding me? Unless it goes down to two tracks. Yes, it does. That's why. So it's now in front of me. I see. Favoritism. Just because I'm diesel. Oh, so you're calling me slow now? Is that what you're doing? Hmm? I was trying to read a Jelly Baby and my AWS went off. Right, so 3 bridges. I'm guessing we're going to be in the same situation as we were just now. In that the only place we're going to be able to spawn another train... Ah, no, we can delete this one this time, can't we? We'll delete this one, we'll put something in its place. Before hopefully whoever's behind us catches up with us. I am an unscheduled service. I'm an extra service. Oh, there's a thumbnail. Actually quite a good thumbnail. I shall spawn all over 3 bridges then. A lot of thought went into that. Oh, I put hours of thought into my thumbnails. I sound surprised. They're normally just, there's a picture of a train, I'll do that. Oh yeah, Brighton was been and done. We went there first, now we're making our way back to London. Diesel action all the way back. Electrocuted on the way down, diesely on the way back. So what do you reckon, HST? Oh, I've had an idea for Saturday, Ethan, while I think about it. I'll message you after the stream. A shunter. We haven't got that much time. Scotsman. Oh. Colour me in... there's an idea. Yeah, I'm nipping out from work and getting mine tomorrow. I mean, definitely working. I wouldn't go and... No. Definitely, there won't be a works van outside the train station at some point tomorrow. Right. Flying Scotsman then, anybody? Once we get to 3 bridges. That's dark. That's definitely dark. Oh, I do like the volumetric frogs in this. They are very nice. See, the 150 can cope with this route perfectly fine. I can't wait to get the pacer on this. I'm actually looking forward to Christmas this year, mainly because of the pacer. That's it. That's the only reason. Right, 1.6 miles, and then I'll whip out my Flying Scotsman. Oh, you're getting sod all. Secret Santa in Manchester, that's it. Exactly, I'm only buying presents for people I'm seeing on Christmas Day. That's nobody. Therefore, no presents. Done. Right, so say this is four tracks. But I suppose if we delete this, we can put the Flying Scotsman in wherever this was, can't we? I'm also conscious of time. Right then. Okay. Oh, door's behind here, innit? Ow. Okay then. Let's do this. Remove you. Spawn a train in. Do.
May I have your attention, please?
Nope.
Closed circuit television and remote video monitoring is in use at this station for your personal safety and security.
Okay. This is going to be fine. Right, set path. East Croydon. Come on. I got to try and remember where my cock is. There it is. I haven't got a fire person. Come on. This may take a while. We're going downhill and we're getting slower. It might have been me. It might have been driver error. There we go. Yeah, all right. Definitely why I'm not a fan of Steam. It's too bloody complicated. If we get any reds or anything like that now, okay, reasonable amount of speed. Mainly, I think, aided by the fact we are going downhill. No, I haven't done that one yet. I struggle with this. I think you almost need a few practice runs. Oh God, I see a yellow. Well, we can't be catching up with another service, surely. Because we're going to be slower than what else is running on the main line. Some really confused passengers at Gatwick. Okay, speed isn't doing too bad. I'm going to gain volume down a little bit. $15 miles to run. I just hope we haven't got to slow down. We've seen nothing else come past us coming this way. There's been a few trains coming south, so there is still stuff running. Oh god, we're now going uphill. Well, the idea of running diesel all the way back didn't really happen, did it? Yeah, definitely blame Michael for that. Putting ideas in my head. Again, I get the appeal. Well, I sort of don't get the appeal of steam. I've said this before. From a mechanical point of view, steam trains are fantastic. From an engineering point of view, they're truly works of art. But from I don't know. I just don't get the passion for them. I don't get whether that's just me, I suppose. I don't get the whole passion for trains or buses or coaches or planes. Where I just don't get excited by anything. Crispy likes going on buses. Ethan just likes going on trains. I don't get it. Transport, yes. Trains, no. Right, 12 miles to go to East Croydon. Where we will jump into something as easily. Who knew it was all uphill? We're getting slower. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the twirl. I think if I'm out getting a meal deal or whatever, my chocolate bar of choice is a whisper gold. Rolos. Hope you're saving the last one for someone special. I remember doing that once, right? My ex. Thought I'd do the romantic thing. We were out somewhere for a day, right? I bought a pack of Rolos. Pretty much ate the whole pack. And saved the last one. Because that was the advert, wasn't it? You give the one you love your last Rolo, whatever the tagline was. It's supposed to be a romantic thing. Oh, I've saved you my last Rolo. Wrapped it up, gave it to him. The response back I got, not really a fan of Rolos. I should have known then it was on the cards. What was it? Do you love someone enough to give him your last Rolo? I think that was the thing. It was. I walked out on Valentine's Day. That said enough. And left my bloody birthday present. Valentine's Day is 5 days after my birthday. Left my birthday present there as well. Quite an expensive jacket. I think it was a Barber jacket, which is really nice. Left it there. Couldn't really go back, could I? You only did the Rolo thing once. You know, you go out your way, you make a gesture. No. Right, 7.8 miles. We are getting slower. Nobody gets my last sweet. I think the last person I actually shared anything with was probably Ethan, and that was probably a pack of Jaffa cakes. And I know, sharing a pack of Jaffa cakes, what's the world come to? Everyone knows you eat a whole pack of Jaffa cakes to yourself. Right, we're going downhill now. 6.9 miles to go to East Croydon. Train coming the other way. Right, East Croydon then, it's got to be a HST all the way back into Victoria. Nice girl. Which also means I've got to try and stop this thing at East Croydon. Is she spongy enough? Uh-huh. Yeah, I got to go shopping on, well, unless I'm planning on sneaking out of work again on Friday. Friday lunchtime, do a bit of shopping, take it home. So I've only got to go out and get bread on Sunday then. Or depending on what time I get back from London, Saturday night. So if Crispy and Ethan really annoy me on Saturday, you'll see me streaming at like 6:30. Okay, so now it wants to speed. I have wholemeal bread for my sandwiches. So I normally buy that on a Saturday morning. But a loaf isn't enough for my sandwiches all week, so I end up having to buy white bread for a Friday. And then so I have soup or something on a Thursday night to use up the white bread. Right, 4 miles to go. Essex, actually. Sorry, what now? Is he talking in the right chat? I'm guessing he's not. Has he got stream delay? Well, yeah, probably, but not that far behind. I was reading up the chat to think what he could be responding to. Give it 10 minutes, he'll reply. Right, 2.7 miles. Was responding to my coming back from London. The L key got stuck. What? You responded with Essex, actually? What's that got to do with me coming back from London? Wait 10 minutes now for him to reply again. Right, 1.9 miles. Well, I've got to go through London, haven't I, to get to Essex. So when I come back, I'll be coming back to here from London. He's on a really crappy laptop on Wi-Fi. And he's quite thick. So by the time he actually gets the stream, then he has to get his brain into gear, then type. He's about a minute behind. I actually did quite well at driving the steam train, I think, there. Okay, so East Croydon. Okay, right. We've made it to East Croydon. Get off the train. So what we'll do is we'll get rid of that. We will spawn in. I can't find it. I can never bloody find it. There it is. There we go. No, we did the East Midlands one the other day. So we'll take the. Oh, we've got a shut door on this one. There we go. We'll take this one then all the way to. What is it? Isn't it? Yeah. Is that it? Or was it down here? Oh, it's there. Dingbat. Oh God, where are these can we go into? That one? There we go. Right, all the way to Victoria then. Eight miles. Again, the joy of free roam in this. We'll be fine now. Right, so back to Victoria. So we started at Victoria, did the electric stuff all the way down to Brighton, and then came back via some electric stuff, a 150, Flying Scotsman, and then HST. What an awesome combo. And hopefully now we get greens all the way back in. That's quite cool. See, I wish we could drive these other routes. We almost need a huge free roam thing, don't we? We just need like every track available in like a 20 square mile area. Yeah, I hope they had that. They add that into the free roam, so you can actually. It knows where you are. It knows what stations there are between you and your destination, or you can then click. Okay, what stations do you want to stop at? And then you can actually do a proper passenger run by setting it up yourself, and it would then have to work you around the AI as well. The thing is, there's so many lines that you want in this. I've got a feeling, and they haven't. I got a feeling, and they haven't confirmed this. But after seeing that information in the 801 that says, you know, Swindon on a journey from Bristol, etc., I do have a feeling that by the time Train Sim World 5 comes out, I think we're going to get a Great Western Express extension. So I think we'll be able to do Reading to Bristol. Because again, an iconic bit of line. And my hope would be with that they would allow you to do all of it. So be able to go from Paddington to Bristol. Yes, please. Well, so when we spawned in the 801, it said on the display on the right, the next stop is Swindon. So does that mean that we're going to get, obviously the 801 put as the 800, so we'll be able to run on diesel? Because it has to do that. It can't go all the way from Paddington to Bristol via electric. So you'd have to switch to diesel. So that would be quite interesting. And the fact that that route is so iconic. And if it's set in an era... Problem is, the original bit, that the Great Western Express is set before the overheads. Because that's what's running HSTs. So they need to rework it and put the overheads in. That's not an easy thing. But yeah, I've got a feeling that is going to be the first one we're going to get that's going to be an extension. And I just hope that you can do it as one. That there will be a scenario to go right, Paddington to Bristol. Or they do it so that, yes, you can run the 800 on it, but only in diesel. So they do the whole route in an era before it was electrified, but in an era where they were testing the 800. So you run the HSTs, which they've got, and you can also run the 800. I'd be happy with it, because we got a 2-hour journey. We've got 2 hours from in that new the new American one. That's 2.25 hours. Although it's not very long, 70 odd miles, because it's so stupidly slow. So that would then make this the longest continuous high-speed run. Then that almost means that, well, what do they do next then? Does that mean we would then get the East Coast Main Line? Would we be able to go London to Doncaster? We shall see what happens. Anyway, we're 3.5 miles from Victoria, where this journey and this stream will end. Thing is, Greg, even just in the UK, there's so many good routes. So many good routes. You know, all the Highlands of Scotland, Wales, up in the Lake District, out into Norfolk, there's down into Devon, and that's just the UK. Their market is also Germany. Their market is also America. They must have so many routes that they want to do. I can imagine the excitement of sat working for these people going, oh, about that route, about this route, about that route, and they can't do them all. Hopefully with this being opened up to third-party developers, that it will mean that we're going to get some new routes like the Blackpool one. Yeah, I know, I can see the red. We're going to get some new routes, some good routes. Pretty much how most companies run in Ethan. If I'm all fairness, you got an idea, you bring it to presentation, you present it to the board, or you present it to management, and management go yeah or no. The amount of PowerPoint presentations I've had to put together over the years to try and put my case across on something. I had to do one once on why I should get promotion. I had to put a PowerPoint presentation together on why I deserved the promotion, which is quite bizarre. Selling yourself on a PowerPoint is really odd. And yes, I did. Regional manager's position. Yeah, biggest dimwit. That was me. Not in this job, no. No, this is one of those jobs where you don't go anywhere. We're having this discussion at work the other day. We've had someone left recently because there was no promotional chances. There's nowhere to go. There's two people above me. There's my boss and the managing director. My boss oversees the whole department, and then there's the MD. So I can't go anywhere. I have been looking at my options, even today, while I was waiting for my tyres to be fitted. Right, so making a slow crawl into Victoria. I was actually looking at Network Rail. Well, in an office role, not an out on bloody track role. Right, 1.6 miles. Oh God, Ethan's now picturing me in orange. Someone like give him a cold shower or something. Well, that's boring. Well, yeah. That's me. I'd be looking at industries where bits of my job sort of cross over. I like the procurement aspect of my job and the buying aspect, but also like the logistics part of my job. There's actually lots of bits of my job that I actually quite like. It's also one of the situations where, unfortunately, it's a need for more money, or end up having to get a lodger, which I don't really want to do. But again, I want Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. finish. Right, where's it going to put me? I've got a red. Ethan's a London boy. He'll never leave London. That's where his future is from a career and trains point of view. Ethan the Womble. Is it literally going to hold me outside the station? It is, Ethan. Be honest with yourself there, mate. Your future is London. You love the hustle and the trains and the transport, and I tolerate it for a day. I like going to London, but I love getting out of London. My family were from there, and when I was a kid, I was always up and down visiting family. and it's nice to go, but it's nice to get out. People that just go through that every day, I couldn't do it. It would literally drive me insane. More insane than I currently am. You know, I want to retire to the coast. Walks along the seafront every morning. You've never been to London. We need to get you down there next year, Michael. Spend a day following Ethan round on trains, not knowing where you're going and what you're doing. It's both enjoyable and really hard work keeping up to him. Is London that bad? No, I say I like it. There's bits of London I really like. I'm a fan of hopping on and off the tube, and I like walking along the South Bank and soaking up a bit of the atmosphere. It's just when it's busy, it's busy. If I had to choose between living in London or Birmingham, which would you choose? Birmingham. I spent like 15 years of my life in Birmingham every weekend. Not that my family would be a reason to move to Birmingham, but if I had to have the choice between the two, I really like Birmingham. Live on the Isle of Man. I couldn't go to the Isle of Man. You can't like men on the Isle of Man. Apparently. Right, anyway. There we go. Well, no, Barton-on-Sea or Milford-on-Sea is where I'm going to retire to. But yeah, if I had to live in and around London, Barking Riverside. But I haven't been everywhere in London to be able to decide. That's too bad. No, if you're a man and you like men, you're not welcome in the Isle of Man. Is what I'm saying. Anyway, there we go. We have made it back to that there Victoria. Nice girl. Not for me. And there we go. That's pretty much almost good timing as well, wasn't it? Next time, we're going to do Southeastern High Speed. So we're going to stay in this little corner of the world. So we're going to do a high speed run to show you that. And then what we'll do is we'll have some fun in free roam along the non-high speed section of Southeastern High Speed. And then we'll probably do... We haven't done Glossop for a while. And maybe go back to Scotland. I pretty much do spend my time in the UK ones because I like them. And hopefully not long now. And we'll have Blackpool. I'm so looking forward to that. There we go then. We will end there. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be back with... I've got no idea what. I literally, unless I have some sort of eureka moment, it'll be something. I'll sit down in front of the computer at 5 to 6 tomorrow and then decide what I'm doing. So keep your eye on the stream title about 5 to 6 tomorrow and then you'll know what I'm doing. I've got no idea currently. It'll be something. So there we go. So thanks to you lot in chat for keeping me company for the last 2.5 hours. And to these people, more Trains in World 4 tomorrow. No. So thanks to J-Web, Dr. Iceberg for subscribing, which was thanks to Kerry for that. And Daniel for resubscribing as well. And Trent for the bits. And the moderation team for doing, well, I'm sure they did something. Sat and picked their noses and read the paper. Bit of porn. Whatever it is they were doing. Thank you, moderation team. There we go. I will be back with something tomorrow night. Until then, if you have been, thanks very much for watching.